All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give our honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord, when this lesson be edifying to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who consist of the 12 tribes of Israel. It's your fellow servant Yahawah from the GMS Orlando camp. And Lord, when this lesson be edifying, okay, real quick. This is only in Florida. Okay, some news. It says Florida counties restrict lawn watering and car washes as 99% of the state faces drought conditions. Okay. Florida counties restrict lawn watering and car washes as 99% of state faces drought conditions. Okay, and it says water shortage declared across parts of the state. A modified Phase 3 water shortage has been declared by Southwest Florida Water Management District as drought conditions worsen across West Central Florida. Okay, the order impacts multiple counties, including Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco County, Polk County, Manatee County, Sarasota County, Charlotte County, Citrus, Hernando, which we're up here, Slovakia. Which we're Hernando's pretty close, Sumter, and portions of Lake and Levy counties, okay, which we're right there by Levi County. That's like Gainesville. Okay, officials say below average rainfall and declining water levels have led to stricter water restrictions, okay, especially on landscape, irrigation, and other non-essential use, such as car washes. Okay, residents and businesses are being urged to conserve immediately as continued dry conditions could lead to even tighter restrictions and will potentially expand to other parts of Florida if conditions don't improve, man. Okay? Hey, when all I could think about is when the wicked bear rule. Okay? Let's get it. Let me make sure. Oh, I sent that to me already. Okay? Because the whole earth is mourning right now, man. Okay? As it said in Genesis chapter, I think it was chapter 4, that it was prophesied that it would, to Cain, that the earth would not yield its fruit. And we know today through the spirit, that wicked spirit is here today, man. That same wicked spirit that killed, Abel, okay, the righteous, all right. So that wicked spirit is passed down all the way to Esau, man. And he's the wicked right now ruling, okay. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, okay. When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan, man. And they groan because, this with the wicked ruling, it ain't just a bad, wicked leader and everything else is just normal as it go. And he's just a bad guy. No, he runs his shift according to his fucking attitude, according to himself. Okay? So everything around him has to be flipped upside down, man. The foundations are out of course. Roughly paraphrasing those scriptures, okay? The things are fucked up right now, okay? Because you have a wicked ruler, in the seat, in the kingdom right now, okay? So, the earth is not going to yield its best. It's not going to give its best foot forward, okay? The animal's going to be in an uproar, the people in an uproar, okay? And things shall be weaker through age, okay? Shit that's supposed to last for a long time is just turning around and fucking up within a day or two, okay? But the main part being that when the wicked rule, the righteous, slack it. When the wicked rule, the people groan, okay? Because it's no righteousness in the land, okay? No righteousness in the land, and there's no way of upright. Okay, no morals. When you're dealing with E, is no morals with him. Okay, so everything's begins to wax worse. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 10. When the righteous thrive, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. Okay, so when this man is put out of power, there's going to be shouts of joy. Okay, because now, we're going to show you, starting with Yahawashi on down, that order and that rank. We're going to show you what it is to be, accompanied by an earth that yields its peaceable fruit unto you. And that's in every aspect, whether it be trees, whether it be plants, whether it be animals, whether it be anything, okay? By the blessing of the upright, a city is built up, but by the mouth of the wicked, it is torn down. And you see Babylon, is being brought down. Okay, it's just funny. It said by the mouth of the wicked. Trump keeps putting himself in the fucking, keep putting his mouth in the hold, in a check that he can't cash. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me get this real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 5. There's an evil I have seen under the sun, an error that proceeds from the ruler. Folly is appointed to great heights, but the rich sit in lowly positions. Okay. I have seen slaves on horseback while princes go on foot like slaves, man. The princes being, the Yahawah, the Israelites, the men. Start with the men. We're princes to the power of Yahawah. Okay, of Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi being our king. Okay, but as you said right here, it says, but the rich sit in lowly positions. That's the rich in spirit. Okay, and ultimately rich in the physical when we get in that kingdom, when I get in our kingdom. Okay, but it says there is an evil I have seen under the sun, an error that proceeds from the ruler, man. And this whole earth, man, he's been ruling it, and wickedness. Edom has been ruling this world and wickedness, and that's why you have shit like this, man. Let me grab it real quick. I know I sent it to myself. Okay, that's why you have shit like this, man. And let's read some of the people's comments. But we're selling land for data centers. Lovely. Okay, it's raining every day in Miami. Okay. It says, yes, but by all means, build data centers in Florida. What the fuck? It says, can't water the lawn, but the AI data centers can suck up the aquifer is dry. See? Let's just have we tried sending $3 billion to Israel? So the people, okay, the people are rising up against this man, okay? Okay. So it seems like everybody's hitting on this data center. Republicans are destroying Florida. Okay, have already destroyed it. All right. Fucking AI. No more data centers. We cannot live here without water. Okay. Blow up the data centers. Everybody's going to see. You see? They are deliberately starting water restrictions to condition society, and that's the main point. This person right here, Invictus American, okay, has the mindset. This was a comment through the spirit. Whether they know it or not, they are deliberately starting water restrictions to condition society. Right? It's all about that. Order out of chaos. Okay, order out of chaos. They want the food to be running low. Okay, they want the food to damn near, man-made famine. Okay, your water supply cut low. Okay, electricity, all this stuff is going to happen, man. Okay, all of this stuff is going to happen for them to condition society to bring in this NWO, and we keep going toward. We keep talking about it. Okay, this MOTB. Okay, this MOTB, man. This is their new world order, so they're gonna squeeze the living life out of you. Fucking, starting with you Israelites, man. But everybody that's in this kingdom, man, they're gonna squeeze the living shit out of you until they can get what they want, and they want you to create chaos, so that way they can bring in these fucking troops that don't care about you, okay, and to either put you to death or put you in prisons and lock you up and put you away, because they looking for people that fit their society. They're not looking for outcasts. They're looking for people that fit in and they want to thrive under that NWO, okay? But it says restriction to condition society. At the same time, water draining data centers are going up everywhere. How convenient. Everything is being done to make existence intolerable, right? So they want you to solely depend on them, okay? And they want you to only depend on them, and they want to know, they want to track you. They want to make sure you you were being a good slave. Everything is being done to make existence intolerable. So you are left with very little options but the ones they have in place. Okay, we don't hate these people enough, and that's the truth, man. It's just data centers. As data centers are getting approved in Central Florida, let's get some data centers in here ASAP. You know, data centers, turn off the data centers. So, hey, the people are waking up, man. Okay, the people are waking up. You know, you see it, okay. And these people assume, they're gonna overthrow the government, man. I just said in the scriptures. I know where is that? Salak, give me 1 second. Let me see it. No. No. Oh, hold on. Let me see. What's the hold on, it's gotta come to mind. Hopefully it can come to mind. It says let me see. No. No. They shall not. Oh, what's those? Let me see. Let me see. This is in here. 19. Con. This is it. The water Yahawashi, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. It's gonna be, people within nation against nation. Okay, but civil war, within close range. Your neighbor might be a neighbor. Okay, it's gonna be a neighbor, not might, right? It might be, people, a couple blocks down from you. Okay, it says fighting against one another. The Democrats and Republicans, they're gonna beef that beef up. 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So that's the vibration that's been putting out now, man. They soon gonna overthrow. They're gonna try to overthrow this government. They're gonna rise up. These people in Babylon the Great are gonna rise up, and it says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's their government. Okay, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so, hey, everybody's eyes are on this man. He's being exposed. Okay, I gotta look more into them data centers and see what's going on. Let me see. Data centers stop using anything AI. The cost will be water and a very bleak future for you and your children. So, that's what it is. So, hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, Shalom. Call Yahawashi, Yahawashi,